Welcome to Kevin's Corner. My name is Kevin Probst, and I submit inspirational articles and devotional videos about Christian theology, biblical truths, and practical concepts of Christian living. I attempt to interpret cultural events through a biblical and Christian worldview. Find me at Kevin's Corner on YouTube and on Substack. Today, I want to answer the question, just how prevalent is Calvinism? In the little corner of the world in which I live, Calvinism seems to be quite common. Feels like just about every other Christian I come in contact with are 3, 4, or even 5-point Calvinists. Sometimes we construct our perceptions of the greater world beyond us by the influence of the smaller bubble in which we live. Dave Armstrong, a Catholic apologist, has written a book entitled A Biblical Critique of Calvinism, and he states that from the viewpoint of Christian sociology or Christian demographics, those who label themselves Christians in our world population are about 2.6 billion people. He breaks the demographics down in the following manner. There are 1.3 billion Catholics, 1 billion Protestants, and 260 million Orthodox. When Armstrong crunches the numbers, he declares that Calvinism composes about 7% of the Protestant denominations. However, when considering all of the 2.6 billion people who identify as Christian, Calvinists make up approximately 2.7%, or 1 out of every 37 Christians in the world. The Calvinist label is very broad. There is a vast difference between a 2-point Calvinist and a 5-point Calvinist. It seems Armstrong's analysis of the numbers clumps all of these Calvinistic types together. A survey taken by the Baptist Press indicated a wide range of differences within the Southern Baptist Church when Calvinism is categorized. Although 30% of Southern Baptist pastors consider their church to be Reformed, only 10% identify as 5-point Calvinists. Although a very small minority may follow the path of Calvinism, the recent resurgence of this particular theology must not be denied. I'd never heard of Calvinism back in the 80s and 90s, but I was very much aware of the trend in Protestant churches who embraced a more pragmatic approach in church planting and growth. And the goal was to bring in the numbers and build the church much like one would build a corporation. The church growth movement was led by men like Bill Hybels and Rick Warren. The goal of the seeker-friendly movement was to fill the pews by any means necessary. And once these people were lured into the church, they were then exposed to the gospel of Christ. Well, who can question the motive? They wanted to win people to Christ. However, with so much emphasis on evangelizing the lost, many of their congregants felt like the primary mission of the church was to disciple the sheep who were already within the fold. Their yearning for deeper spiritual growth created a demand for deeper scriptural and theological insight. And while many pastors and churches were adopting a more entertainment-based format to improve their numbers, others experienced a renewed hunger for a deeper plunge into biblical truth. The desire to fill the void created by a more shallow approach to the gospel led to a renewed interest in Neo-Calvinism and Reformed theology among the young and restless ones. These were attracted to a deeper dive into theology offered by the Reformed approach. Exegetical preaching, the method of meticulously analyzing Scripture verse by verse and delivering this analysis to the congregation, it became very popular. The movement was fueled by very influential preachers like R.C. Sproul, John Piper, John MacArthur, Mark Dever, and many others. Whether you agree with the Reformed theology of the Neo-Calvinists, it seems irrefutable that they are a small minority among those who claim to be Christian, but there has been a significant resurgence of Calvinism in recent decades. Perhaps we can explore the reasons for this renewed interest in the theology of John Calvin in my next video. Thank you for sharing a few moments with me today. In this video, if it was helpful to you in any way, please like and subscribe to support my effort to tell people about Christ and to educate the Christian community on the important issues of our day. If you know of any others who may enjoy or benefit from the topics that I discuss, please hit the share button. From Kevin's Corner, goodbye for now.